The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA.
And 60 Pittsburgh.
That's a run. They're running it.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now Saquon Barkley. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Saquon Barkley running right. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go. Come across. Here we go.
General West.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Snap.
Throwing Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
At the 46-yard line. 51's the mic. Watch the screen.
Rock it.
Back.
Five.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Let's go.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Go.
24 is the mic. On the ball. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Fair. Deep grip.
Now Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Mike 51. It's been a long day for you.
Come.
From the gun, Jones. Aguilar has it. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what'll happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
Hey, watch the slant.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Mike 50.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking sideline, incomplete.
From to the sideline.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Let's go now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Rabbit.
Hard, hard.
Safe.
Look at me. Go.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Check. Lucky. Leo. X3, 218, chopper.
Check. Fresno.
Hey, Sam on.
Slam.
Hey, zoom.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Bravo.
24 is the mic. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Right. Get it.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, that's not going to. We still have December left, early in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. The 20. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 78 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the double.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Squeeze.
Joker.
Now.
Barkley. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the run.
80 weapon.
Mike 51. I got him. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Hatchet.
Fire.
Jones operating from the gun. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
At the 5-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. You go tight. You got tight. Maverick.
From his goal line here, Goff. And he will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
We go, 76. 76.
48 for Mike. Check.
Hey, Echo.
Look, 48. Look, hey, we gonna Mike the 48 right now. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Recon, 132 fighter.
1-yard line.
Hey, Mike 51. Quarterback, go.
Shoot.
On 2nd and 9. Jones. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st down, Barkley. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Rock it.
Watch twist.
Fair.
On 2nd and a yard, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 46 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead now moves to 9-7.
Giants 9, Rams 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal, give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Check. Cross. Hard ball. Hard ball.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
17.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, lift.
Goff throwing again. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Tonight, 180.
Let's go. I'm on.
Hey, let's go. Brown. Hey, Foxtrot. 48 Mike.
Now Goff on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Watch the edge.
DC.
47. Check. 47. Pick it up.
Super.
Pick it up. 47's a Mike. All day.
Hey. High 7.
Mike's 47. Mike.
14.
Penetration here.
Throwing again is gone. This is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kaderl Hodge in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Tight right, tight right. Hey. You got 3.
Hey, Haywood.
24 is the mic. Here we go.
On the ball. Hit it.
The final shot before break. Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check.
Hey, let's go. Go, ground.
Here's Gurley. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Second down, it's Henderson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
You got nothing.
Man, let's roll.
Here's Gall. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants. It's 37.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Rams.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Henderson now on 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. Spine.
Spine. Spine.
Here's Goff. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Zerline now for the PAT. Just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, exit. 24 is the mark. Deep river.
Looking to throw. Jones. It's caught by Aguilar. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I'm being given much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
And goal at the Rams' 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Second and 11. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Aaron Donald, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Pull it high. Watch the block, motion, pop.
Kill.
Hey, Sam on.
He's coming.
Ready? Go.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Ready,
The
set.
field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Check safety.
Go. Go.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2.
Watch the slant.
They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Hold on. Check.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now you want.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football. gain some yardage and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 39, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Push him back. Hit it.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
Me and you all day. All day. Snap.
He's back to throw. Catch made by Slayton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I got look. Squeeze. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Check 26. Check 26.
It's Barkley on the counter. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Second and inches at the Rams' 21-yard line.
Deep grip.
They'll go to Barkley again, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready.
Man, I got you. Check.
Shoot.
They'll run with Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 11-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get